Okay, so today we are going to be making jello cranberry squares. I will have a video of the ingredients lined up, but I'll also explain them as I go. So the first thing that you need is crushed pineapple, 2 8-ounce cans, approximately. The best way that I know how, you have to drain the juice off, and the best way that I know how is to use a cheesecloth, which, yes, this one's been decorated, but it's fine. So I'm going to put the cheesecloth over my measuring cup and kind of dunk it in there a little. And then I'm going to put the pineapple in. Grab a spatula. Okay. Just going to get all of it out of there. Go ahead and do both cans. Okay, now you just want to pick up the corners of your cheesecloth. You see all the juice that's already coming out of it. You just want to squeeze it and get as much of the juice out as possible. You want approximately a cup of juice. If you don't get that much juice, you can get a little bit of water to top it off. We're almost at a cup though. So I'm going to take one of the cans and just set my squeezed pineapple back into it. And I've got 1 cup of pineapple juice. Now you need to bring this pineapple juice to a boil. So I'm going to put it in a saucepan. And we'll be back when I'm done boiling, when I have boiling. So as you could see right there, the pineapple juice was starting to boil and now it is fully boiling. So the next step, flip off your heat, pour your boiling hot pineapple juice into a bowl, and slowly start incorporating the raspberry gelatin. Now there are 2 boxes, 2 small 3-ounce boxes. And if you mix quickly, you can kind of just dump and it will be fine. It dissolves pretty quickly in that hot liquid. Okay, so I'm getting that all mixed in. Just going to look at the directions again. And from here, you stir in 3/4 cup of cold water. Stirring the whole time you're pouring. Looks like everything is well dissolved. There's some bubbles. That's normal. Okay, now the next step is to grab our drained pineapple. And we're going to carefully open up our cheesecloth and just kind of slowly put it in there so we don't have it plop all over us. Set that aside. Now you're going to crush that back out of its little form that it got into while we were squeezing and just mix it in to the jello. Making sure it's fairly even and the clumps have broken up for the most part. Now, the next step is to add cranberry sauce. What I'm going to do is get this into a Pyrex measuring cup really quick. And then I'm going to take my whisk and I'm just going to kind of crush it up a little bit. Just so we don't have one big clump going in there. Okay. And then I'm going to slowly just kind of push it in there. And the same thing that we did with the pineapple, mix it in and kind of crush it as I go. So it's nice and incorporated. Another big piece right there. Okay. So now, we're going to take our, it says an 8-inch pan, all I have is a 9-inch pan, it will work. And we're going to put some Pam spray in the bottom. I have a tendency to overspray, so what I do is just grab a paper towel and dab a little bit around. Kind of dab it on the edges a little, wipe it on the edges. Kind of give it some good coverage. Okay. And then we're going to pour in our jello pineapple cranberry sauce mixture. It's not necessary to get every little bit out of the bowl, but why not? All right. So now we're going to put this in the refrigerator for 2 hours or longer. I'm going to cover it with some tin foil, pop it in there, let it chill and firm up, and then we will move on to the next step. Okay, so we have waited about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes, and our jello mixture is almost set. And now we are going to make the cream cheese whipped topping mixture that goes on the top of our squares. So you're going to start out with 8 ounces of original, just plain cream cheese. Just open this up. I do have it at room temperature. It's been sitting out for a few hours. Just peel it all open. And pop it in there. Now I want you to blend in in your cream cheese, your powdered sugar. This is less of a cloud if you mix it in slowly. So in total, you're going to use a half a cup of powdered sugar. Just putting about a little bit at a time. Okay, and I'm going to put in the rest. Okay, once you have most of the sugar incorporated, you just need to scrape the sides of the bowl. And make sure you get it all mixed into the cream cheese. I'll give it one more go. As you saw, I slowly lifted it out of there to get as much of the cream cheese off of my beaters as possible. Toss it in the sink. Okay, then you're going to move on to your whipped topping. So you don't want to blend your whipped topping because it will flatten out, but you want 16 ounces or 1 pound of whipped topping. You're just going to get it in there. Probably going to do about half of it to begin with. And you want to fold it in with the cream cheese. I'm going to add the rest. And just keep folding until everything's well incorporated. Okay. Now I'm going to pull out our jello. There's our, you can see it's jiggly. It's not fully set, which is what you want. Just enough that this will spread easily. So take a clump out of there. There's going to be a very thick layer of your cream cheese, powdered sugar, and Cool Whip. Mixture. I probably could have made 2 of these with this much. I'm trying to get it just about to the top of the pan. In all the corners. All right. It's about as much as I can fit in the pan. And this is our finished product. Now, the instructions do say you can add nuts. It suggests pecans. But I'm sure walnuts would taste good as well. I am taking this for a work event, so I don't want any nut allergies to be aggravated. So, no nuts for this one. But, there we go.